In this video, I'm going to share with you, I would say, three major things that plagues immigrants in the United States. I mean, if you have been in this country for some time, you would notice that, in order for you to get yourself financially stable and to achieve something significant, you need to get something straight. And I think it's worth talking about. I'm trying to focus on talking about things that I have seen from my experience and how it has really impacted a lot of people. One of the things I want to say is that coming from a place like Nigeria, I grew up over there. I moved over here about 14 years ago now, and there's a lot of things I had to relearn. I had to understand how the financial system work, how the banking system work, how you can build wealth, how you can save, invest, and all those things that I talk about on this channel. But one thing that I really believed held me back personally, and this is why I talk about these things on this channel, is if you are trying to build wealth, there's some things that you need to really adopt. Okay, it's going to be a change in mindset. It's going to be a change in how you see, this financial opportunities that are around you. And I remember when I first moved here, okay? Let's start with the first one. When I first moved here, I realized I didn't want to get into loans. I didn't want to get any debt. I didn't want to get any credit card. I wanted to save my money and use that money to purchase something outright. And that's a good thing, okay? It's a great thing if you can do that. But Kamatara, there's a big problem with that as well, because in the United States, for example, in a place like here, where you have a lot of the system is run on debt. That's for even the government is in so much debt they can barely breathe, right? Unfortunately, you have to come as an immigrant and try to do the same things that you wanted to do or that you tried to do back at home, but the approach is different. So for example, if you're coming from Africa, you're most likely trying to save up money to build your house. You build your house with cash. You say you have a business or you're working and you save your money and you build your house with cash. If you want to buy a car, you know how to do that. You go to a dealer and then you put your car money down, millions of naira, for example, right? And then you buy your car outright. If you're going to do anything significant, like if you're going to rent a house, right, you pay yearly, right? So we pay a year upfront and we don't have to pay monthly and all those things. But when you then come over here, you're paying monthly on a rent. You want to buy a car, you most likely would have to get a loan, because to even save up that money, because it's so hard, you need to save up a lot of money to be able to put down a down payment. Same thing for a house. You need to save a lot of money to put down on a house. Now, there's nothing wrong with that if you make a lot of money. Like, we're talking about a lot of money on a monthly basis or maybe on a yearly basis. But what will happen is that you end up putting so much money that could have worked for you into some kind of debt that isn't going to hopefully speed up your wealth building process. That's the best way I can put it. Let me explain what I mean for that. So over here, there are investments that you can put your money in that would make you 9%, 10%. Let's even say on a bad case, all right, 7% on a yearly basis. On the other hand, you then save up this money. Let's say you saved up your $200,000, right? Let's just assume that you saved up $200,000. Now you want to buy a house. By the time it takes you 3-4 years to save up, or maybe even 5 years, I don't know, maybe 6 years to save up your $200,000, the house you want to buy in that 6 years is now worth, let's say, $300,000 or $400,000. And then the 6-year period that you could have made 7% on your money on a yearly basis is lost. So you see where the problem lies. And this is where we have to change the mindset, because that 7 years that is lost, and at the same time, the $200,000 saved isn't enough to buy the same house. I mean, we've seen what COVID did to the prices of homes. We've seen what inflation has done to the price of homes. We've seen what, your $20,000 of 2019 isn't the same $20,000 of 2024. And this is going to keep going. Even if the Feds achieve their interest rate of 2% target, the goal is not still going to be met because inflation is generally set around 2%. So everything is adjusted on a regular basis for that, for that ongoing inflation rate. So that means if you're putting your money in a savings account, you want to at least be earning 2% to keep up your buying power. On the other hand, if you invested, let's say in the stock market and you're making 7%, that means you are at least beating inflation by another 5% and your money can actually grow, which means your buying power won't reduce over time. Why am I sharing this? A lot of times, a lot of us immigrants would come to want to do the same things that we normally would do. I mean, we have talked about some mistakes that we also make, Another mistake is trying to build a house in your country, but to build a house that is not cash flowing, right? You build a house, you lock it up, you close it up there, you spend, I don't know, $20,000, $30,000 to build a house in your country, and then you close it up, and that house is just gathering dust. It's not making you any money. It's just sitting there. Why would you want to do that? Why? Just so that you can say that you have a house and that house is just sitting there, and guess what? Some other person can actually go live in there for free. They can actually break into the house overnight and then steal whatever you have in there. I'm just trying to tell you that, hey, you have to do what is best for you. But what I'm trying to get to is this, right? In order for us to see that financial growth and build wealth that we deserve or that we desire, we need to change our mindset. And changing our mindset starts with us understanding the financial instruments that are available to us in this place that we have come to seek opportunities. So if that's what you desire, you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I would like to know what you think about this type of information. I would like to share more information like this going forward, and of course talk about the financial markets and stock market, investing, saving. Those are things that I generally talk about on this channel anyway. I hope that you found value in this one. If you have found value in this, don't forget to drop a like on the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.